Hello, thanks for watching. Just want to do a quick video to show you how to do some animations and then convert those animations into animated GIF files. People were asking about this and I thought I'd just do a quick tutorial. I'm just going to use free tools. The kind of thing you would be making would be things that you could put onto your website, animations, things you could copy into a body of an email. That's the good thing about images. Is that you can do pretty much anything with them. You can embed them into pseudo ads, emails, blast them out to your mailing list, and if you can animate them like you can with an animated GIF file, then you can do pretty much anything, and they do convert well in emails. I'm not sure if Facebook can actually play GIFs very well. It depends on the sizes. I'm not really, to be honest. I think I can't really keep up with the new things on Facebook, so I'm not really the best marketer to ask about Facebook stuff because I don't really use it so much for marketing. I mean, I keep in touch with my team in my Facebook groups, but with email marketing, animated GIFs are brilliant. So here I am at iCloud. I use Keynote, but I'm on an Apple Mac, you see. So Apple Mac gets the Keynote already installed on the Mac. Well, I had it already installed. You don't pay anything for it. It was already on the Mac. But Windows don't get Keynote. Keynote is basically a similar software to PowerPoint, and I like this kind of software for doing all kinds of stuff because you can animate it. You can animate stuff. You can take snapshots of them, and you can drag things around. And there's some good animations, and you can convert it into video quite easily, especially the Keynote. So if you're on a Mac, I would highly advise to use the download version because you can export it easily to a video file. But unfortunately, the online version, if you're a Windows user, you can only use the online version, and you can't export it to video. But the option for you would be then to take a screencast using Screencast-O-Matic. Okay, I'll repeat it. Screencast-O-Matic. You can go here, Screencast-O-Matic, or just Google it. I'm not going to bother posting links because it's so easy. Just go, pause your video right now and just go to this site and download the free version. Unfortunately, the free version will have a what do you call it? The mark, or so it'll show it's been recorded with Screencast-O-Matic, but I don't think that's a problem. The other option is you can use the Gyazo, Gyazo, Gyazo. Go to the website and use Gyazo. Oops, it'll record stuff right on your screen for free. I don't think I have the paid version anymore. I don't think I bothered keeping the paid version, but I've used this for years. So there's some pretty clever stuff you can do with this. You can download there are two software. You can download the Gyazo GIF version and the static snapshot version, which will snapshot your stuff on your screen like a screenshot grabber. It'll grab the region of your screen and take a picture of it and then save it on your desktop. But the other software that they have is the animated GIF version. It'll take a snapshot of your screen, but it'll record it and it'll convert it into an animated GIF. But I don't think the free version allows you to put in text over it. I think the paid version is the thing to add it, allow you to add text, but it is very cheap. So I'm just going to give you a few options. Now, as I say, I'm going to log into iCloud here, so I can get the online version of the Keynote, which allows me to do animated stuff. So hold on a minute. Okay, so here I am logged in. I believe Windows users obviously can use this because it's web-based, so there's no reason why you can't, and I'm pretty sure it's free. So as long as you have an Apple ID or iCloud ID, which is the same thing. And then when you're here, you'll get some apps. So just go to Keynote, and you'll be able to load that up. And it looks very similar to the desktop version, except there are some features that it doesn't work very well. It doesn't work in the same way, but it's pretty, for what you need it for, it's pretty good. Click the plus sign to start up a new project. You have some optional backgrounds, but I'm going to start with a white background. And as I say, it's very similar to PowerPoint. You can drag stuff around, you can create slides. But what we're going to be using it for is just to create simple animations. That's really all we needed for this. If you think you can do better with PowerPoint and you have PowerPoint, go ahead and use that. If you've got another tool that allows you to do animations, go ahead and do that. I'm not going to do a full-blown tutorial here. I'm just going to show you what some of the stuff you can do. So if I put in, I don't know, join my team, for example, you can add in elements, text, images, and stuff. I'm not going to use that for the now, but then you can change the font, you can change the size, you can use shadow, and you can change the colors and stuff of the shadow. You can use reflection, change stuff there. But the thing I like about it is that you can use animation. If you go to this area here where it has the sort of boxes, and you click there, and you want to set up a build in, or to create an effect. There are loads of effects, but I like the ones at the bottom here, things like anvil, and you want it to start automatically after transition. So as soon as it starts, it'll animate, or you can have a delay of however you want. But then you can stack up the animations. That anything you add into the canvas here, you can go to the animations screen, and then click on the element that you've got in there. For example, if I wanted to add an image from my desktop, let's have a look. I don't know, just put in something like myself there or whatever. The other thing is that when you drag it around, it's got these kind of like snaps. It guides you with the lines, and you can get it central. So it's so easy to use. Let me use flame. And then, of course, you can use backgrounds. If you've got a background or whatever, you can add in images and stuff. But let me just show you what that does. You just click play. Sorry, I forgot to, it said on click, so I'm going to, after build one. So build one basically means the first element, or the element previous to that, something that you've already got on the canvas. For some reason it started late. I'm going to actually I'm going to put in a background color or something, just to show you what it looks like, because I think you'll miss the animations if it's a white background. So I'm just going to put that in there, and then I'm going to send it to back, and then you might see it a bit better. I'm going to put in some kind of, I don't know, something like that maybe. Okay, so let's have a look, see what that does. So as you can see, it's got some pretty cool animations. The only unfortunate thing, it might not be so easy to figure out, is how are you going to be able to take a screencast of this when the presentation always loads in full screen? Well, my advice is just to go ahead and take a screencast before you press that play button. So you screencast the screen, then you press play while you're already screencasting and recording the screen, and then after the animation has gone through its full cycle, you close the presentation, and then after you've closed the presentation, you stop recording. And then when you go into your editor, unfortunately the free version of Screencast-O-Matic doesn't let you edit it within the editor itself, but if you have the paid version, you could edit it right within Screencast-O-Matic. Or you could just simply export the video and edit it further. So I'm just going to pause the video and just record that, because I can't record it while I'm recording the video that I'm teaching you how to use this right now. The other thing you've got to be careful of is the mouse. The mouse. You can see my mouse right here. you got to be careful. Screencast-O-Matic, I think, I'm not sure if the free version allows you to delete that mouse, but you might want to keep that mouse cursor out the way, because it just might not apply. You might not want it in there. But anyway, so basically this video was really to show you a nice way to add in some text, create some animations, and then you can, on your your homework is to kind of research how you're going to be able to convert that into video. But I've given you some tips, like use Screencast-O-Matic or maybe Gazzo, and then once you download that video onto your desktop, you can then go to a website like what's it called, video to GIF, okay, converter. I use it quite a lot. So it's a free web-based website. So once you've created your video and you've got it on your desktop, then you can go here and upload that video. And then the good thing about this is if you've recorded the full, if you've recorded everything, like as I told you in the presentation, before you click play here, you want to record everything first up front, and then later you can edit it and you can just kind of crop the whole thing and shorten down the video and stuff, and all you want is just the presentation itself. So then you can do all that within this. You can upload the video, and once it's uploaded and converted into a GIF, then you can go ahead and rotate, resize, cut out parts of the video, crop parts of the video, and so on. So you can actually trim it down completely. You can take sections out of the video, which is what you're going to want to do anyway, because if you've recorded the whole presentation, including before you actually press play on the presentation, you want to cut that out. And then once you're done, I would advise just having only kind of like 5 seconds of the video, no more than 8, or certainly no more than 10 seconds of the video. Otherwise, you're going to get a really heavy GIF. Depends on the full size. If you want a small kind of square or rectangular GIF, then it may not matter. But you don't want to go too high. You don't want a GIF that's like 5 megabytes, or certainly you don't want it more than 10 megabytes. It won't load very fast, especially if you're sending out a GIF inside an email campaign. You want it sort of less than 3 or 4 megabytes at the most, so it'll load fast. Because there's nothing worse than when somebody, when you're sending out an email, especially in a solo ad, people don't know who you are. They think it's just junk, obviously. And if they do happen to see your email, you only have a split second to grab their attention. So you want a GIF that loads really fast. So actually, I said I was going to pause the video, but I think I've explained everything. I'm not going to bother. I want to keep this video tutorial as short as possible. Just use these sites. Just to let me review. So you're using Keynote online. All users can use this for free, I'm sure. Go to iCloud and set yourself up on iCloud. You might want to use Screencast-O-Matic, or you might have another screencast tool to do that. The only downside of the free version is that you get a splash mark, or whatever it's called, a watermark. That's it. Paid version, you don't get a watermark, but that's up to you. Either that, or you can use the Gazzo and download the GIF converter. But the only downside about Gazzo is that once you've created the GIF, there's no actual. I don't think there's not that many editing tools to sort of shrink down or shorten the video, or cut out sections of the actual animation itself. But again, you can easily export the GIF file that you create with this and send it straight into this one. You don't you can upload an existing GIF. I don't think you can do it with this tab, but I think you might be able to do it with this tab, or just go straight to no, I think or you could go here, resize or crop or whatever you need. But anyway, just browse around this website yourself. I usually use it just simply for converting video directly from video to GIF, and then once it's a GIF, it allows me to go through the rest of the site and crop it and change it and do other things with it. And then you can just download it. But you need to upload, once your GIF is created, you need to then upload it somewhere on the server on your own website in order to use it. So, if you're using it in an email application, you want to embed it once it's already hosted somewhere. but it, you know, again, that would depend on your mailing list software that you're using. So you don't want to send it out as an attachment. You want to send it out embedded right inside the email itself. Then for that you need an HTML editor. So, you know, for example, I use this online web-based HTML editor. So you can create your, just go here, pause the video and just go here. And then you can create your email solo ad with your GIF in there and stuff, and make some really nice looking animated GIFs. I mean, by the way, I'm just going to go to one of my websites here and show you an example of an animated GIF that I created exactly for this purpose using Keynote. Right down at the bottom here, HTML version email swipes. Check this out. Ooh, how embarrassing. Oh, good, it loaded. Notice that it did take a bit of time to load, so you don't want things to be too big. Maybe in another tutorial I'll show you how to do, you know, put in an overlay like this, but that's kind of technical. But basically, yeah, this looks pretty good. You know, this was all done in Keynote, and I used the flame animation of Keynote right here. The flame animation I used for that, to create that. So all this was done in Keynote, okay, except this. Well, actually, this overlay was actually done using this, but it was quite tricky, you know, making everything perfect size. You know, again, you're gonna have to resize everything. The overlay had to be the perfect size, and once it was uploaded, I could position it quite easily, but you could fiddle around with that. So yeah, all this was created in Keynote pretty much, and the video and this software as well. So the other one looks like this. This was also done in Keynote, I seem to remember. But the background was an animated GIF as well, and then I kind of screencasted both of them together, and I layered the two GIFs one above each other, you know, layered each other. So yeah, it was pretty tricky, but basically, yeah, you could achieve that. Don't ask me to do a tutorial on it; it'll take me ages, and I haven't got the time. But you just, you know, that's the way this whole game works. Is you got to figure things out for yourself, and that's what I do because I enjoy this kind of stuff. I'm kind of geeky, so you know, I'm just a chef originally, and now I'm an English teacher. So if I can do this, I'm sure you can do this. So figure it out. And go for it. I hope this tutorial was useful. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.